Hello, Dustin.
Hello, Uber.
Okay. This episode is coming out at the beginning of September as our TV episode. So it's September 2nd. I mean, yesterday was Labor Day. And if all went to plan, I will have just returned from my cousin's wedding and seen you.
Hey.
So maybe we'll have more to say about it once it's actually happened.
Yay.
It's almost not even worth saying now, but
Sure.
Yeah, I might take this new portable mixer and a microphone with me up there, and we'll see. There was a travel plan, and if I went at all, it went one of two very different ways, travel wise. So I'm sure I'll elaborate on that cryptic introduction at some point. So
okay.
I hope I had fun, and so if you're listening, I hope I had fun too.
If you're listening, future Hooper, I hope you had fun.
I hope you had fun. Okay, so this is the Daredevil episode. We recorded this eons ago, and so this is where we're putting it. Of course, at this point, I recorded this before the Fantastic Four came out, and all that, but I don't care. I don't think the listener does either. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, this is the Daredevil. This is for Daredevil Born Again. I'm sure we talked about the original Netflix series at some point on this show.
Yeah,
I remember doing it at least.
It's been a while.
I don't know if we did the entire show.
I only watched the first season, so probably
just the first season.
I know we at least talked about that much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is not that. This is the Disney Plus show, the revival, the new.
Yes.
Rebirth, as it is called. Daredevil. No, Born Again, not Rebirth. I'm thinking of Jurassic World. I don't even know the name of the show. I did watch this show. All right. Yeah. All right. So please enjoy Daredevil Born Again. Dustin, I wanted to talk about Daredevil with you.
Okay. Yes. I've been meaning to ask you about this just in our personal lives.
Yes. Well, once again, I have monetized our personal life by holding it for this show.
You're making money?
No.
He says as he scoots the pile of money to the side.
No. That's why we don't show my couch anymore in this shot. It's not because my laundry. It's because
it's covered in money.
It's because of my dirty laundry. My dirty laundering.
Money. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about. I'll talk about Daredevil Born Again.
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
This city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Am I putting the hatchet down? I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
So this is technically season 1 of the show. This came out, what was it, like in March or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I finally got around to watching it, and as I am wont to do with these Marvel shows, and so as people probably know, it's well, I don't know, maybe you don't. I don't know. Let's see. So there was the Netflix Daredevil, right?
Yep. Yep.
Everyone knows that. And then they kept Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock and a couple of other Marvel things. And so it's like, they kept him. That's weird. And so, and now there's this whole new show, and Vincent D'Onofrio is back, and other people from the Netflix show are back. And that's a whole thing. So this iteration, the show creators are Dario Scartapane, Matt Corman, and Chris Ord. And Dario Scartapane's the showrunner. It's another Daredevil thing. Like, obviously at this point, like Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk like know who each other are. Like, he knows he's Daredevil, but Fisk is running for the mayor of New York. And so he's like projecting like this new leaf image, and Matt Murdock's not buying it. And, and then there's all this intrigue between Kingpin and Vanessa, his wife, and, Matt Murdock's, doing lawyer stuff,
Just an aside, has Vincent D'Onofrio's pronunciation of Vanessa ruined the name Vanessa for you?
Vanessa. No, it was more tolerable this time. I'm not sure why, because I don't think he does anything different, but maybe it's just, I just knew to expect it. Because like halfway through the first show, I'm still like, are we sticking with this?
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on Daredevil. I enjoyed the show. For me, it is a mature and satisfying continuation of the Netflix show. Even if it's definitely been impacted by heavy reshoots and larger MCU continuity. That's a thing I became aware of online after the fact. Like, this is like an 8 episode or something season, and there's going to be another one like after, like, I don't know, other stuff comes out, maybe even after Avengers Doomsday. I don't know. It was like conceived of as like a larger season, like I think like a 16 episode season, and they split it in half basically. And then they did a ton of reshoots, because if you remember, there was news, it was like, hey, the show's not working. And so like they changed a bunch of leadership, and they, so it was a whole thing. And I didn't really notice it as a viewer. I didn't even remember that there'd been heavy reshoots until people were like, yeah, you can totally tell because like this storyline ends up going nowhere. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess it. Okay. Sure. So I've seen some criticisms of the show that are from people who clearly haven't watched it, or from people who still don't get what these shows are. Marvel fans will enjoy it. Because it's got all the stuff. It's got interesting filmmaking. It's got superb acting. I mean, the performances once again are great. Charlie Cox is great. He gets better and better as Daredevil. He was always good, but like they haven't let up on the stuff that his character goes through. And this, obviously, people would want to know that this delivers on the action, the mature, gory action at that. It's not Disneyfied. People, that fear should be gone now from people. Like, oh, they'll never drop it. Oh, sure. But like, even after Deadpool and Wolverine comes out, and like, shows like She-Hulk and like Werewolf by Night, people are still like, well, Disney's going to sanitize it. And it's like, okay. It's generally the same people who are like, Disney's going to wokeify it. Yeah. And it's like, well, so, I mean, this is ever as mature as the Netflix show was, maybe even more so, to be honest. Like, I remember the Netflix show being like kind of like edgy and transgressive, but I feel like this is like even more so. And the action is certainly not sanitized. It is gory. Sure. Especially when other characters enter the fray that I probably shouldn't spoil. With this show, Marvel has demonstrated that it's a big boy now. It's ready to give its less family-friendly characters their time to shine. So for that, I'm pleased with it, because I think that, like we said, it's a live-action TV show on a big budget that's adapting comic books. Comic books are episodic. Right. They are siloed in tone somewhat, and when they mix, they mix, and when they don't mix, they're their own thing. And so you have to look at it through that lens, because that is, you don't have to, but you probably should if you want to get the most enjoyment out of it, because otherwise you will be bothered by stuff that's, we don't like to say, like, we like to talk about how death of the author is dead. So I don't want to be like, well, it's meant to be viewed this way, so view it this way, or you're wrong. But it's more like, but that's a specific like vision. Like it does matter if you want to enjoy the thing. You don't have to like it, but so I came to watch Matt Murdock do clever lawyer stuff and then go beat the shit out of people as Daredevil. I came to watch Wilson Fisk try not to be a monster. I came to see very New Yorky side characters.
Oh, we got this Daredevil here.
Yeah, just let people be like, oh, this fucking guy, you know, and I came to see a satisfying opposition to him. And I got all of that. The show is far from perfect, and more serious critics will notice that. And because there apparently are story issues with this season. But I got to tell you, I didn't really notice because I was just enjoying the show. There is some, I mean, what did exist for me were feelings like, like I couldn't really articulate it. I mean, something did kind of feel off structure wise in the show. And that's probably just the unevenness of story changes, reshoots, and, you know, cutting the season in half.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff, Dustin, that you pick up on usually more than I do, is going to stick out to people a little more. But I still don't think it will diminish most people's. I mean, these are people online who like are fired up enough about it to argue and to shout into the void about it. So they are over-indexed online. Sure. And most people who are watching this are going to be like, well, it's fucking sweet, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I felt. I wrote him. I don't know when I'm putting this out. So by the time this is out, surely Ironheart is begun. If I haven't already watched the whole thing, I wanted to check out Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated show. And I could only get through a couple episodes of that. And then I felt like I was wasting my time. And because at least these other shows are like characters that are connected.
They mean something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to watch a show, and like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, like at least begins kind of like doing an alternate version of like Tom Holland meeting Tony Stark. Yeah. Instead it's Norman Osborn. It's like, even if you're doing something different, I feel bored. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is different. This is a character I know and like, and it's a tone that I enjoy. It's not, you know, it feels, like I said, mature, grounded. I love watching movies where people have slightly supernatural abilities and then it just plays out. Like that's why I like the John Wick movies. Like they're all kind of superheroes in a way. They're movie invulnerable, and that's fun.
That's right.
And giving him a reason to have like, you know, to be able to like catch knives or whatever else, like that's cool.
Or fall off of a building onto a dumpster and
I'm at Daredevil, but you're right. Did John Wick also catch his knives?
Yeah.
So, in like the first episode, he throws a dude off a building, so it's pretty cool. So I don't know. I'm in on Daredevil. I don't know how they can ever use him in the wider universe. But whatever.
Sure.
I enjoyed this enough. So
yeah. Yep.
I'll put it in the good pile.
Sure. I feel like it's one of those weird things where when you do mix characters like this, like I always think about it on the DC side because like Batman's such a thing. And I've had this conversation with Kellen before where Kellen like rejects any story where Batman's, you know, fighting aliens.
Yes.
And I'm like, for me, that's because like you're reading like this pulpy Batman adventure or a pulpy Daredevil adventure. And then like Daredevil mixes with Spidey and it's like, oh, now we're in fantasy world. Yeah. Or, you know, he mixes with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's like, how could this possibly ever be a thing? And I think like the characters just reference that Daredevil is different in that way, but tonally you never see Daredevil do anything super violent, or if you do, it's like off camera and the other characters are like, ooh, you know, and like that's all they ever do because it is hard to juggle a tone shift like that. And like, I don't know, it's weird to think about it this way, but I want to see the experimental world where the next Avengers movie takes into consideration the various tones of its properties, and the film itself shifts its tone every time a different character is, you know, utilized. Yeah. Would it feel terribly like disjointed, or would it actually make sense? I don't know. But it's a strange, I wouldn't want the task of like, how do we fit this gritty, violent Daredevil in with, whatever weird Ant-Man thing is happening,
Yeah, right. That's not my job.
Yeah, not my job.
I like seeing it when it's done well, but I don't want to be in charge of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's Daredevil Born Again. Dustin, I wanted to give you a coffee update from me.
Okay. Coffee me.
As is my custom, I picked up a habit and then I dropped it later. So I didn't have coffee from like whatever that was, January. Did I do that? I think it was in January I started not doing it. And then I had the whole fiasco with the ChatGPT kettle thing, and it was fine. And then I started getting kid-free weekends. So I started meeting people for coffee more. And I was like, well, am I going to order matcha? Do I tell people I don't drink coffee, or do I just go to the coffee shop?
Right.
And then I had the whole revelation that I mentioned on the show about coffee's local anesthetic effects for tattoo getting, and how I was like, oh, well, that's interesting.
Yep.
So eventually I was figuring out like health macros and trying to figure out what I was going to do about my dopamine imbalance. I have a chemical imbalance called ADHD, which is a low dopamine receptors in my brain. And it's, I think people know what that is. But that's, people know what ADHD is. They may not know what exactly it is. So low dopamine receptors. So that's why we are so risk seeking and impulsive and all these other things, because life is not exciting enough for us by itself. Right. We need substances or danger. So I'm a little old for danger and most substances. And I was thinking like, okay, let me see if I can get back into let me get off the antidepressant that I'm on, and which was mostly for anxiety, and let's get back on the ADHD medicine to treat the actual source of the anxiety, which is overstimulation and focus issues. That's really what it is. It's antsiness of staying on task and staying cool under pressure. And so in the course of that, I've got to wait on like insurance stuff for that, because that's the whole thing. But I was like, it got me on like, well, how can I self-medicate in the meantime? And it got me back to, I know that a lot of people say that coffee is like a natural stimulant. It's not like prescription strength stimulant, but it's consumer grade dopamine. And I was like, I wonder if I need to start drinking coffee again just for that.
Sure.
Because I find myself most days like needing a nap, and I can't tell if it's because I'm tired or if it's because I'm overwhelmed and my body just needs a reset. And I'm sure it's a little bit of both.
Sure.
But anyways, so all that to justify why I pulled out the coffee maker, because I still have beans, I still have grounds, and I was trying to make coffee, and the thing doesn't work. It won't brew. The brew button blinks, which means like there's either a problem with the electrical signal or some other shit or whatever. I did all the troubleshooting, didn't fix it. I think the coffee maker resented being shelved.
Yeah.
And
payback.
It decommissioned itself.
Wow.
It's like, I'll show you how to live without me. And then kaput.
That's right.
So I bought like a $20 Mr. Coffee that brews like this adorable little carafe of coffee. It brews like 2 cups.
Okay.
And it's this little thing, just little controls, no time delay, nothing or anything. I was just like, I just need to turn it on and make just coffee. I don't need it to do anything.
Start, stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought one of those, and now I'm drinking coffee again. And I was worried that like it would do digestive stuff to me, from coming back to it and other stuff. And I had just gotten off of having like a GI issue for like a week. And so I was kind of afraid. And I was afraid that drinking coffee would do what it used to do and discourage me from taking in water as a fluid. And it hasn't really done that yet. Not if I'm a big boy about it and drink water.
Yeah.
Regardless of what my breakfast is.
Right.
And it's been okay so far. And I don't really nap as much. And I don't know, maybe it's just the ritual of it. Maybe I just like sitting down and because for a while after I quit, I had like tea and hot water and stuff. And then I stopped doing that. But I think I like the black coffee, and I like I don't know, maybe it's just because it tastes like something too. It's not just water. I don't know. Anyways, I'm back on the coffee. So if anyone cares about that, wanted to know how's that going, I'm back on it. Kind of like with alcohol, man. Like I quit drinking for like a year and change, and I didn't start again, but I got to the point where I could no longer say, oh, I don't drink anymore except for this time and this time and this time. Like there was too many instances where I did for a specific reason, to where it felt like, oh, if I tell people I don't drink, I sound like I'm an alcoholic making excuses for the times I do drink. And what it really is I've got a handle now on my relationship with alcohol. Mm-hmm. Like I don't drink it every day now, or even once a week regularly. I had a drink last weekend because I went to a bar with somebody.
Yeah, sure.
You know, but I came home and didn't do what I normally would do, which is have another one. I just lived my life. So I consider that handled now. So I now I say I rarely drink. That's what I tell people.
Sure. Sure.
So anyways, so with coffee, it's like, okay, well, if I can do the same thing here and just start again and remanage my relationship with this substance, I don't drink it after 12 o'clock. Like I have to be strict about that now because my body is going to be sensitive to it.
Yep.
So as long as I don't violate that, I don't have issues sleeping at night. Sure. Plus I'm reading this boring ass book about rafting on the Mississippi. I just get in bed and do that and watch the cat eat treats, and I just go, oh,
I'm out.
So I don't think any coffee could stop that. Right. Especially if I do it out here where the lamp is like shaded and it's softer. My eyes have to do more work.
Yeah. Oh, you're like, I'm done.
It's a cool book, actually. This dude like built like a big raft like they used to build, but like outfitted with other shit. But like, he's going to raft from Pittsburgh down to New Orleans, and there's some history in there, and mostly it's just, here's what happened on our trip. And it's like, this is fucking cool.
Okay. Is this like modern?
Yeah. He wrote it in like 2022 or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The guy's name is
Rinker. In
Rinker.
my brain, it was all Huckleberry Finn.
Well, because Twain wrote a book called Life on the Mississippi also about, I guess, rafting on the Mississippi. And so,
yeah, sure.
It's a really interesting, I mean, not that this isn't the Mississippi cast, but, the Mississippi is like a gigantic factor in, like American industrial growth and stuff, just because of all the trade and movement that it enabled. And it was a big part of westward expansion and yada, yada, yada. So it's actually a pretty interesting topic. I was reading James, which is that new book that's a reimagining of Huck Finn from Jim's perspective. It's fucking great, by the way.
Oh, nice.
And so I was just in like a Mississippi frame of mind, and this book was on my list. And while I couldn't read, this guy's name is Rinker Buck. Very cool author name for this kind of stuff. He wrote another book about the Oregon Trail. I think he did a similar thing there and I couldn't get into that one. And I don't know if it's just because I just couldn't get into I couldn't get past the context and the history of the trail.
Sure.
Like I struggled to get through the history of the Mississippi. To like now I'm building a boat. And it's like, oh, cool. Thank God. Got it. I can't just read a straight history, even if it's of my area. Like I figured this is the Mississippi River. It's near me. Perhaps this will pique my interest more. And it did. But even then I was like, golly, when are we going to build this raft?
Yep. Get to it. Good Lord.
I know. Get on with it.
Right. So, do something with your life.
I mean, I'm only like a third way through the book or a quarter. Sure. It's like a 400-page book. But anyways, it helps me sleep, much like I think this story probably did for our listeners.
Sure.
Cool.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.